Today marks 1 year since a Normal West High School bus was hit head-on by a semi, killing 2 people.
Though the cuts and bruises have healed for the JV girls basketball team, the fear they felt that night hasn't left their memory. I caught up with some players to see how they're recovering and the widow of one victim.
It's been 1 year since a semi crashed head-on into a Normal Community West High School bus. The collision left 2 people dead and the girls' JV basketball team battered.
At that moment, I saw myself flying around, but I was horrified. I was scared.
Joriana Bischoff was sitting with her teammate Kirsten Lillelid that night. They say they looked up and saw the headlights just seconds before impact.
I just remember sitting there in the aisle. I swore I was dead and that I wasn't going to make this out alive and that this was a dream.
All of the players walked away with just minor injuries. Kirsten with a concussion, Joriana with cuts on her lip and thigh required stitches. And then 6 months later, these pieces of glass were surgically removed from her knee.
I think about the accident a lot. I feel like I relive the moment sometimes.
There isn't a day that goes by I don't think about it. We have a new outlook on life and we may not know now why this happened, but maybe we'll find perspective soon.
The bus driver and basketball coach both left the scene with serious injuries. But this past year has been a different kind of healing for the family of Charlie Crabtree. The 72-year-old died next to the team that he dedicated so many hours to as a volunteer.
Well, it hasn't been easy, to be quite honest. I started a group called Widows and Wine, and I told the gals, spell it W-I-N-E or W-H-I-N-E, I don't care. We're just going to get together for fellowship.
Kathy Crabtree says even strangers who talk about Charlie's impact with Normal West help her heal.
Parents loved it when he drove because they felt safe with their students on the bus that Charlie drove. Because, the boy would just go the speed limit. He would take them treats. He would, if they were going to state, he would decorate the school bus for them.
And after Charlie's long career with Country Financial, Kathy jokes about how his passion for Normal West began.
Like every good man, there's a good woman behind him. And this good woman nagged him to death, so he wanted to get out of the house and volunteer. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So anyway, he loved students. He loved driving a bus.
Charlie wasn't driving that night, sitting in the first row during that drive home on a winning night, undefeated.
And the girls, as for the girls, I feel in my heart they are true heroes. They have gone through so much, things that you or I or anyone would ever go through in their entire lifetime. But they lived through something so horrific and tragic, and they have shown grit and determination and a maturity beyond their years.
The driver of the semi also died that night, 34-year-old Ryan Hoot of Iowa.
At tonight's girls basketball games, Normal West is holding a moment of cheer for Charlie. And if you're interested in the grief counseling at the Ark in Normal that Kathy Crabtree had mentioned, we'll have details on our website, hoiabc.com, coming up after the broadcast.
So great to see how they're doing 1 year after such an awful night.
Very, very strong number.